chords. Okay, this is an F bar chord. If you want to look at it from all angles, just to see how to hold the chord and where my fingers are. There you go. How do we get to that? I remember this was the most difficult thing to do when I first started out. And the way I got round it was to do an E chord. Now this is an E chord. Again, look at the thumb position. And I'm sure you've done this before. Very important. Do an E chord now without using your first finger. So your first finger's in the air and you're doing it with the other three fingers. Second, third, fourth finger. Move that chord up a fret. So it sounds very Spanish actually. Still with the same thumb position. And then what you do is you gently drop down your first finger and you get a bar chord. And what I like to do is to see whether the bar chord is correct, whether all the notes are ringing out. So I play each individual note. And if you're playing it and there's some damping up here, there will be some problem. You know, you may be not quite holding the chord down. Let me do a close-up of that for you. So the chord should be held down and there should be no damp bits at all. Okay, let's repeat that again. You do an E chord without your first finger, slide it up one fret and drop your first finger down and check that there's no damp notes. Also be careful with your wrist on this. You can get repetitive strains if you're pushing hard. This is a hard grip to do, and normally when you're playing you're only holding the chord down for a few moments. In this situation when you're learning there's a lot of pressure you're going to put on, so give your wrist a rest. Once you've got the bar chord there, you've done this process, just say touch your leg and see if you can get back to the bar chord. So that's another way to test whether your brain has remembered the chord. To move the chord around, I go from 3, G, to A, to B, because that's a G, A and B, and I just see whether I can strum them sliding up, still hearing all the chord sounds. And if you can do that, you can do bar chords. I hope that was useful.